welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Azine Williams. How are you all doing? Hope you guys are good. Hope you guys are fine. If you're new to this channel, kindly click on the subscription button. Click on the notification bell to let you know whenever I post any new video. Okay guys, so in this video we are going to be reviewing the Real Housewives of Lagos reunion episode 2. Yes guys, now you all know, as it is with every Real Housewives franchise, the reunions are always like 2 episodes. Yes guys, so it's not like Big Brother that will keep going every day for like 2 weeks. No, we had the first episode, on the 1st of July, and now we are having the last and the second episode on the 8th of July. Yes guys, and it was everything that it promised to be. I'm not going to be giving you guys step by step of everything that happened. No, that's not what I'm going to be doing in this video. What I'm actually going to be doing in this video is to tell you what I noticed and things that happened, that are worth mentioning during the reunion, what I think should be improved on, what I think about the ladies' attitude, and other things they talked about on the show. So let's start off with the whole Chioma versus Toyin.
Focus on who do I talk down on? Who am I talking down on? Why are you having a complex with me? I think I'm better than who? I think I'm better than who? I think I'm better than who? Why do you have a complex? I think I'm better than who?
Now, there was this whole drama with, Toyin and Chioma because of the whole supposed competition that was happening in Toyin's head, with Chioma. Uti, mentioned it like, they're all stars, but some stars shine brighter than others. Was there like a hidden competition going on between these two ladies? And of course we're seeing clips of when Toyin kept mentioning about Chioma's lateness was for her to make a grand entrance, how Chioma cannot take her shine, how Chioma cannot wear what she wears, that she makes art and all that she's a star maker, she's a king maker, she's a rainmaker, all those things. She actually did not say rainmaker, let me add that one. Anyways, so Chioma was, asked, what you think about this? And Chioma made a statement, on the show that, there's not even nothing to compete with. And she said the reason why she actually said that was because she doesn't see Toyin as a competition. Both of them, they don't wear the same style. Yeah, what Toyin wears, she cannot wear it, so she doesn't understand why Toyin keeps making a fuss about her. And on Toyin's side, she said to her, she doesn't feel like there's even there's nothing she feels about the statement that Chioma made, that Chioma really likes making that grand entrance. That's why she always comes late, because she wants everybody to be like, oh, see me, I'm here, I look good and all that. And according to Toyin, if I have something to say about you, that's what she said, she's going to say it to her face. Like, she feels that way. And she also mentioned something that happened during Laura's fashion show, how she was outside and there was Chioma running late as usual, and before she entered into the lift or something, the elevator, she was like, oh, hold on a minute, let me powder my nose, let me do my makeup. And she was like, this girl really takes her time, so that when she comes in, everybody will start looking at her and all that. And Chioma was saying, like, she doesn't understand why Toyin felt that way, because she has oily skin and she knows that she's going to be stepping into the camera, and she doesn't want getting her face to be shining on camera and all that. So that was why she decided to powder her nose again. Now I understand Chioma, because I have oily skin too, and if I'm filming with makeup on, anybody that has filmed with me when I have makeup on knows that before I put on the camera and everything, I always apply an extra layer of powder on my face because the oil shines. So I get her, but the whole back and forth, at some point, Chioma, Toyin was so upset because, Chioma said, oh, go back to coloring your crayons and all that. And before you could say Jack, Toyin stood up. And before that happened, something else happened. They were going back and forth at each other. And then, Mariam was trying to calm them down, to stop the whole thing, to move on. Even Uti tried, all to no avail. Mariam walked out of the set. And then later on, Uti, went to look for Mariam. And that was when the whole thing happened. That was when Toyin stood up to actually want to go attack Chioma. And that was that. And to me, I will come back to that issue when it comes to Uti's hosting. I'll come back to that. But to me, I don't understand why Tony felt like she had to do that. Like, she's almost like agreeing with her actions what Chioma was saying about her. Because to be very honest, Chioma even said the same thing, that, I mean, see Carolyn saying everything about you, you could not even attack her. It's now me. What did I say about you? Now I feel like truly maybe Toyin is kind of like feeling insecure when it comes to Chioma, because over and over again you keep mentioning about this girl's dress. I said it one of the times I was reviewing one of the episodes. Mind your own now. Wear your couture. Let her wear her own. Is it couture or be couture? Whatever it is they call it. I mean, I don't understand the fuss about people. Like, if you keep putting your attention on people, whether you like it consciously or unconsciously, you are actually giving your power to that person. So I think that was what, Toyin was doing. I actually think that Toyin was being insecure. Yes, guys, because, I mean, there was Carolyn that said the most about you. You could not even start off in a seat. And there is Chioma that said less about you. And of course, you are standing up like a roaring lion looking for whom to devour. So for me, I feel like Tiana was really insecure in this, reunion when it comes to Chioma. Now, away from that, let's talk about the whole, Chioma and Carolyn, which was another, thing. The friendship, like, I mean, looking at their clips, they actually look so good. I mean, then things fell apart. And from Chioma's end, she said, when things started falling apart was when, the first time that Carolyn spilled something, she told her about Laura and all that. And that was when, and Carolyn on her own said she never actually suspected Chioma. She was never really looking out for red flags and all that. And basically, they talked about, they really didn't go deep into the whole thing that happened. I think it was Ayabo that talked about it, where she actually said, that Carolyn saying she apologized 3 times to her, that bought gifts which she did not even want to accept if not for Chioma, and of course the other ladies, that next time she should allow people to heal at their own pace, which I also subscribe to. You cannot hurt me and then try to determine how I should react. Let me heal and process whatever you said to me at my own pace. I think that was what Iyabo was trying to pass, and all that. And of course, there was this whole Mariam saying things that Chioma told her that Carolyn said about her. Apparently, according to Mariam, Carolyn didn't even like Mariam. She didn't think Mariam is husband Abby, Real Housewives of Lagos material. She thought, that Mariam was into jazz. She didn't want Chioma to come, to Mariam's dinner. Apparently, Mariam's dinner was supposed to hold earlier than that, but because of, the one of the king of the place, his son died, so they had to like shut down, her area and all that. So because of that, they could not hold it. And, the accusations were flying here and there. What Carolyn said to Chioma, and Chioma now said to Mariam, because she and Carolyn has fallen out. And Carolyn was like, I didn't say that. And Chioma actually did repeat it again. She said, you told me this. You did tell me, you kept calling me on the phone that I should not go to Mariam's house, that even if I go to the house, I should not eat anything, I should tell them I'm okay, that why is it that every other person is hosting a restaurant, and when it comes to this lady, she's actually hosting in her house. If they give you water, make sure you open it in your presence. That girls like that, they always do jazz. I'm like, like, seriously, I'm going to say it with my full chest, and I don't care who will come for me. I feel Carolyn has been lying. Yes, she might have said some truth. I feel she lies a whole lot. I'm going to say it. I'm sorry. During the show, I actually feel she lied a whole lot, because everybody cannot be saying you are lying. First, it started with the whole Laura thing. And now it now looks as if Laura is the saint, which we know she is not 100%. She's not even 60% a saint. Now, because of this whole thing that is coming out, a lot of people are now seeing Laura as a saint at the end of the day. Now, it started with this whole Laura thing, saying that she was pinned to a governor, which Laura also mentioned. According to Laura, what Laura said is, like she knew, she said it to Caroline's face. And this is the kind of thing I like. Say it to the person's face. She said it that Caroline is a liar. That she started with the whole, oh, they pimped her to a governor, that watch what she would say about the other people. And boy, did we get an airful. Chioma did not stutter when she said, oh, this is what Caroline told her. And I'm coming to Chioma. I'm still on Caroline's issue in this whole reunion thing. Now, Caroline, I don't understand why she doesn't own up to her SHIT. Like every other lady has owned up to that shit, and she doesn't own up. She's always from this, oh, when did I say that? Oh, I didn't. Like, everybody cannot be lying against you. Why? Like, it giving me the vibes of, oh, the victim, or everybody is against me. Everybody wasn't against her. So I don't understand why she would say, that's mean. That's a mean girl stuff. Saying, oh, this person is doing jazz, don't come to this person's house, this person is doing this. No. Carolyn lied. Like, she says that kind of a lie that is so convincing that if you do not know, I mean, even Chioma could not explain it, because Chioma actually said, until you experience her, that's when you will know. So for me, I feel like Caroline lies a lot. That's it. I feel Toyin was really, really insecure when it comes to Chioma. And I also feel Caroline cannot talk back at Iyabo. Because when Iyabo was saying what she was saying, Caroline was just, mellow. It's almost as if they know that Iyabo is like a firecracker and they cannot come for Iyabo. Because Iyabo, if you think you have madness, Iyabo has that madness times 100. So they know Iyabo doesn't look for wahala. Yeah, she might talk here and there, but from this whole thing that went on during the reunion, you could see she doesn't actually look for wahala. The wahala comes to her and she embraces it and she, multiplies it. That's what I saw from this whole reunion. Mariam is a sweetheart, but I also think she was kind of looking for drama. I mean, with her giving, bringing that gift in, returning the gift to Caroline. I'm happy that Caroline did not give her the drama she wanted. She was really looking for drama. And also know that Mariam has also stated before that during an interview that was not a part of the Real Housewives, that she doesn't like Caroline, that she will never want to be friends with Caroline. So yeah, probably Caroline knows that, and she felt like, what? Let me pick my words. I mean, you're like a small fish to fry. So I like that Caroline actually did that and didn't give Mariam the drama that she wanted during the show. Toyin could not talk back at Caroline, but I love the part when Iyabo was talking and then Toyin was like looking at Caroline and Caroline was like, whoa, you want new shades? You want some shades? I'm like, girl, I like that. I mean, you're kind of be sneaky. If you have something to say about somebody, say it with your full chest. Say it with your full chest. Now, coming to Chioma. Chioma, remember the clip that they showed and where Chioma was like, oh, I mean, if you're my friend and I tell you some things and then even when we fight, I'm not going to say it to another person. That's a lie. Chioma also lied. Chioma is not really a good friend. Let's put the fact out there. Chioma was not really a good friend. Chioma is kind of like a girl that kind of instigates things. Because looking at it critically, now, do you see how she spun the whole Toyin showing her pictures on the show? During Laura's fashion show, she actually said that Toyin just brought out her phone when Laura's fashion show was going on and started showing her pictures of her own designs. She did not tell us that she was the one that actually asked Toyin that, okay, I want you to make something for me. And now Toyin said it, and she said, oh, this is what you do. That's not a good thing. That was why Toyin was like, you're a mean girl. Because why? Why did I bring out my phone? And she was like, oh, we're not talking about that at that point. And Toyin was like, we're talking about something fashion. And I understand Toyin, because let's say you tell me to do something now, and then we start talking about something, amidst that line, I got that English correctly. And I just remember, oh, you actually told me about this thing. Check it out. She was not actually saying it in a way that, because I know Toyin gets her own for body. I mean, for Toyin to even start comparing her own kids on the runway with that of Laura, that sends a bad signal. That shows that Toyin is not a good friend to Laura. All these ladies, none of them are a saint. So if you think I'm going to be siding any of them in this show, in this video, that's a lie. Error, I will not do that. I'll say it as it is. Toyin is not a good friend to Laura, yes, Laura is a handful. Even when she was like, oh, she felt vindicated. She felt like, oh, she's like, I mean, seeing both of them fight, seeing that, I mean, the lie, yeah, that one I can understand. She's a human being. But she too, she get her own plenty for body. I've said it before in the first episode when I reviewed it. She had that victim mentality. She also wants people to like see her as a victim. For Chioma instigates things. She has that mean girl personality. I'm not even gonna lie. Like the way she really wanted to push the narrative that Toyin was against Laura from the onset, that was mean. And the whole what actually put me off when it comes to Chioma today was the whole thing that she tried to spin that narrative about Toyin. And also, Chioma tried to make it look like, oh, it was just, Carolynn that said things, saying that the ladies are rats. Oh, ma, Chioma, you also said it. You did. Both of you, I think that what connected the both of them was their hatred or their dislike for Laura. And I love the fact that Carolynn has learned that when she has an issue with someone, she calls the person out personally and sorts it out. I love the fact that Iyabo has learned to carry her own cross. Everybody carry your own cross. No, don't be inheriting enemies from people. Inherit friends if you must, but enemies, no. The friendship between Carolynn and Chioma has gone down the drain because a friendship that is not built on mutual likeness, built on mutual dislike for someone else, it can't always stand the test of time, and they have showed it again. And basically, and so it really made me laugh when Carolynn said, "Oh, one of the lessons I learned is salt can also look like sugar," and Chioma said the same thing. My own is sugar is sweet, but you cannot add sugar to what? A bowl of jollof rice. Everyone has their own spices they have to give. All in all, the show was beautiful. The ladies probably will come back for the next season. And another thing, Uti did great, but he should work more. The fact that he actually left his seat, to go look for what's her name, Mariam, and then something huge like that happened. He should work on it. And I mean, asking them, oh, if I was on the show, which housewife do you think I would be? And like, Uti, you want to be a housewife? You want to be a housewife? You should learn from the OGs that have hosted this show, from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Real Housewives of Patmark. I mean, learn. But all in all, I will give him his flowers because this is the first time this is happening in Nigeria, and he has nobody to learn from, with a show of this magnitude. So yes, I give him his flowers. I also think the set next time should be more glamorous. I mean, it's the Real Housewives of Lagos. I feel the set should, be lit more. And I also feel, I know they went the traditional route and the ladies look exceptionally beautiful, but next time I really want to see all the everything that encompasses Eco life, because it's Eco for sure, Lagos for sure. I really want them to dazzle. I also want to be seeing them the full, when they're doing Real Housewives of Atlanta, that has been my best Real Housewife friend. We see a lot of things, even though they try to show some of the things, the 2 hours break, show us what happened, basically. But anyways, guys, it was a good show. At the end, I didn't like the way Uti kind of ended it because the ladies were still talking, about Laura saying something about, Chioma coming into her room and he was shushing them and oh, we are continuing as if they gave him time, blah, 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 blah. Let them talk, then let the editing guy do their job, basically. So yes, that is what I think about the Real Housewives of Lagos episode 2, the reunion. Let me know what you think in the comment section. On that note, I say thank you guys so very much for being part of my channel. If you've not already subscribed, kindly click on the subscription button. Click on the notification bell to let you know whenever I post any new video. Until I come your way again, I remain your darling girl, Azine Williams. Have yourself a beautiful, wonderful day ahead. Bye, guys!